Last night on MasterChef Australia, Ellie took on a Tuscan lion and won.
8 out of 10.
Oh my God, I just won. Now I have an immunity pin. That's ridiculous.
Tonight,
Oh my God, look at this.
the ultimate team challenge for the ultimate dinner party
Guys, hello?
Never and George.
in the city that never sleeps.
Fantastic. We've got your attention.
6 of our remaining MasterChefs must discover hidden clues,
Oh my God, we found it. Taxi.
find Michelin-starred restaurants,
Go, go. How exciting.
This one, this one, this one.
and cook signature dishes
Don't let us down.
for some of the world's toughest critics in New York.
We have seen the guest list. Oh my God.
But for the losers,
Who is the bottom dish of the day?
the Big Apple could leave a sour taste in their mouths.
I don't want it to end like this. This has been a mind-blowingly incredible week that we've had in New York. We've explored the neighbourhoods, we've cooked inside the UN, and Ellie has an immunity pin.
So fantastic.
I'm just loving my time here.
The downside of being here in New York is that if you cook the worst dish at a challenge, you go into lockdown, and so Billy and Sun have been in lockdown now for a day or so, and I definitely don't want to be there. It doesn't sound like fun at all.
We're staying right in the centre of New York. So we're going to head out to Times Square and just soak it all in.
Oh my God, look at this. Wow. Stepping out in Times Square, it's just crazy. So many people. There are people from all walks of life here. There's just tourists, there's sailors, there's taxi drivers, there's people yelling.
I want to be on TV. Look how bright it is.
Times Square at night's bizarre. It's so bright, lit up by all the neon, it feels like the middle of the day.
We're cruising through Times Square and, you know, everyone's looking at all the big billboards, the signs, and all of a sudden we see a very familiar head on the screen.
Guys, hello?
Never and George. Oh.
Fantastic. We've got your attention.
What the hell are the judges doing on a Times Square billboard?
Now, guys, listen up.
It's New York, and New York City never ever sleeps. And tonight, the 6 of you won't be either. We are planning the ultimate dinner party. And guess what? You're cooking.
The ultimate dinner party in New York City. That has to be quite highbrow, I imagine.
The next task is to select your co-worker. Look to your right. That's who you're cooking with.
I'm on Michael's right, so I'm going to be teamed up with Michael tonight. I think we're actually going to work really well together as a pair.
Each pair will be responsible for one course. The entree, the main, or the dessert. Now, you won't be cooking one of your creations. You will be cooking a recipe from one of this city's top Michelin star chefs. Which chef? Well, you're going to have to find out on your own.
Being able to cook Michelin star quality food, you know, there's a recipe, off you go and create it. It's perfect.
Somewhere in Times Square are the names of those 3 chefs. The address of their restaurant, and also the dish from their menu that you will have to cook tonight. Right now, Times Square is one of the busiest places on the planet, so we're going to give you a clue. The information you seek is constantly on the move.
Everything in Times Square is always moving. So to find a clue in Times Square is honestly finding a needle in a haystack.
When you know the chef and when you know the dish, you need to hightail it down to their restaurant, persuade the chef to give you their recipe and also all the ingredients you need to make that dish.
The dinner party will be held at the Four Seasons restaurant on East 52nd. Remember that. That's where you'll be cooking and that's where we'll dine. And the kicker is, you won't know who the guests are until they arrive.
The pair with the least impressive course will find themselves in tomorrow's elimination, which means someone will go home. Now, the best course tonight will earn its makers the culinary experience of a lifetime.
Our challenge tonight is huge. We don't know who the guests are, and at this stage, we don't know what the dishes are. We've got to go to a restaurant and get a recipe, and then go and find the Four Seasons restaurant and cook it.
Right, guys, enough talking, because you've got loads of work to do. You've got 3.5 hours, and your time starts now.
Okay. All right, something that's on the move.
That's
These
always
things.
moving. Taxis, those...
Hayden and I are trying to find this clue.
I don't know what we're looking for.
We're looking up on the big screens. We're looking at taxis that are going past.
If anyone sees the name of a chef, a restaurant or a dish anywhere, let us know.
We're asking strangers, looking at the policemen. This is just crazy. I have no idea what we're looking for, and time is ticking away.
Constantly on the move. Just still look.
Ellie and I, we've worked on so many challenges together, and this is the challenge to win. This is the challenge to stand up to the judges and say, hey, we're in New York City, we can cook, and I'm just praying we get dessert.
Can you see anything? No.
How about we go down and around and back up again, see if we find anything.
Tonight I'm paired up with Kate. Pretty happy with that. We've got a good team.
What are you thinking?
Those guys on the bikes?
But we've only got 3.5 hours. Running around, time is slowing down. It seems like every minute's taking an hour and we are wasting time.
We're looking for clues to a restaurant with a 3-star Michelin chef.
There might be someone holding a sign, walking around.
We're rushing through the crowd, just hoping that something comes to us.
Oh my God, here.
And then I see a lady with a sandwich board.
Hayden. Okay, everything bagel, entree, WD-50.
He's really cool, inventive, new, funky stuff.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sounds good. Our restaurant is WD-50, Wiley Dufresne, and the Everything Bagel. Go to service entry and find your way to the kitchen where you'll meet Wiley to taste your dish and receive your recipe and ingredients.
Lower East Side, how far away is that? We're going to have to get in a cab.
Yeah. The Lower East Side, it's a bit of a trip from here, so we're going to get in a cab, head down there as quickly as possible and try and get this recipe and get back to the kitchen. Mate, do you know how to get to Stanton on the Lower East Side?
We've got taxis, This is an important challenge with an enormous reward. So for me, I'd really love us to find the dessert because I know that that's where I'm comfortable.
I think we're near. Here we go. Come on, Kate. Hey, mate.
Oh, yes. Oh, no. David Chang.
Do you want David Chang?
Steak Fritz. What do you reckon? It's only like last week that I overcooked my steak.
Is it medium rare?
This is not an ordinary steak and chips. This is David Chang's steak and chips. I'm not 100% confident with this dish.
I can't see anything else. Can you see anything else? No, it's probably in a completely different area. I think we might be better just to take it, do you think?
Well, yeah, look, we're going to cook steak and chips really well. I think we should do it.
Yep.
Yeah, let's do it.
Finding one needle in a haystack's hard enough, so Kate and I are going to take this dish. We're going to cook David Chang's steak Fritz and do the main course of this dinner.
Taxi! We've come this far in the competition. Maybe this is my chance to prove to the judges that we can cook steak.
Do you have a message for us at all? Oh, damn it. Okay, I cannot see anything. Do you have any signs on any messages for us? No?
I don't know how long it's taken us, but it feels like it's taking us quite a while. I don't know if any of the other teams have even found their message. They might be already on their way to the restaurants.
Want to get up high? Okay. Ah! Suddenly, Alana just screams in my ear, "Oh my God! We found it!"
Hey, you're just the person we're after. Wonderful.
Dessert!
Yes, we're
The restaurant that Alana and I are going to is Corton. It's in Tribeca. The course that we have is the dessert, and we're meeting Paul Lebrant.
Tribeca. It's down.
Yes. Down with yellow.
Here we go.
We don't know where Tribeca is. The best thing we can do is hopefully, among this huge crowd, there is someone from New York that can give us some indication of how to get down there.
Is anyone a local New Yorker? Local New Yorker? Anybody from New York?
New York is the city that doesn't sleep, and tonight we won't be either.
Ellie and I are part of a team in the Ultimate Dinner Party Challenge.
Can you just show us in the right direction?
Each team has a course, and we have 3.5 hours to race around New York, find clues, get our recipe, and head over to Four Seasons restaurant where we have to cook.
Who knows how to get to Tribeca?
We need to get down to Tribeca, find Corton restaurant, speak to Chef Paul Lebrant, and get his Michelin star recipe for his dessert.
Definitely the pressure is on.
Are you guys from New York?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Do you know the best way to get to this address?
Tribeca.
Yep. Should we use the subway or should we get a cab? Or do you think it's...
You may certainly use the subway. You can take the 20th Avenue train.
Take the one train.
One train.
Franklin Street.
We need to get to the subway as soon as we can because we've already wasted so much time trying to find our clue.
This little thing you see in the middle.
Oh, yeah, they're colourful?
Yeah, pretend it's not there, like through it.
On the other side of that, is it? All right, let's go. Thank you, thank you.
Alana and I just are running as fast as we can down the street. We're just dodging people.
We've got no time to lose and I don't care who gets in my way because we have got to win this challenge.
Okay, let's get tickets.
As soon as we get into the subway, we ask the people who are at the counter, what's the best way to get to Tribeca?
Take the number 2 downtown.
Number 2 downtown, thanks. And get off at Franklin Street?
Yep, awesome. Alana and I are like, yeah, we're so smart doing this. We're so clever. Everyone else would be so stuck in traffic right now.
Stick near an exit.
Yeah! Come on. Tonight, I'm cooking with Michael, and we're doing a David Chang version of steak frites from his Marpesh restaurant.
So exciting.
It's great too. I roughly know where we're going. It's not actually too far from Times Square. It's still in Midtown.
We have to get to our restaurant as quick as we possibly can because otherwise it's going to eat into our cooking times.
We have to go to the service entry, find your way to the kitchen where David Chang will meet you.
Yeah, okay. The service entry, not the front door.
No.
Go, go.
We're going to WD50 to meet Wiley Dufresne and figure out what the recipe is for this everything bagel. There's no time to stuff around. It's got to be go, go, go the whole time. How long do you reckon it'll take, mate? 20 minutes.
20 minutes? If you can get there in 10, we'll give you a tip, a big one.
I can play.
Yeah, you can try. In this challenge, we will cook and serve the ultimate dinner party to 8 unknown guests.
It could be amazing chefs, big celebrities, anyone. If we can get there with 3 hours to this next restaurant, get that punched out, and have 2.5 hours to cook.
I reckon if we've got 2 hours, we'll be really lucky.
Yeah, we'll be right.
We're doing well, Pat. We're really good.
Yeah. So it should be in the next block.
Should be in this block here, which is exciting.
Come on, lights. 58, 56. So it's got to be a bit further.
Further up, mate.
Further up. Marpesh we're looking for.
Oh, stop. Just pull over here. We've gone past it.
Must be there.
It's there, it is. I saw it.
Fantastic.
Thanks, mate. Finally, we find David Chang's restaurant, Marpesh. I'm really relieved to find it's the first step in a big challenge. Here we go.
The card has told us that we need to enter via the service entry.
Hi, we're here to see David Chang.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's the restaurant.
Maybe it's down.
You can smell food.
The
Can you tell us where the
kitchen?
restaurant kitchen is? Marpesh kitchen?
It's so incredibly frustrating having to go downstairs and upstairs and follow this rabbit warren when we know that all the time the clock is ticking.
This side?
Hi. We're actually here to meet David Chang.
David Chang.
And this is when I start to get really nervous.
Thank you.
The last time I cooked for David Chang, he really didn't enjoy my food.
I mean, mackerel is just one of those things. It shouldn't be dry.
You know, we've come a long way, and this is New York, and this is a completely different challenge. So I have full faith in Michael. I just hope David Chang's not going to set the bar too high. Excuse me, we're actually here to meet David Chang.
They're real busy right now. I'm gonna have to have you guys wait a little bit right in the middle of service. So
Okay.
You guys can just hang out and wait like 10 minutes?
Sure.
Great.
Okay.
Wait. We can't wait. Waiting means we get less cooking time.
4 mats, 1 assault, 3 kitchen, 2 jewelry, 1 is meeting, 1 top.
This is not a good start.
We arrive at WD50 and, you know, we've made really good time. The cabbie said, you know, it might take 20 minutes, but I think we got there in 15, so we're going spot on. Straight into the restaurant, straight into the kitchen, and we're looking for Wiley.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, I'm Danny and this is Hayden.
Hi, I'm John. I'm the chef de cuisine here at WD50.
Is Wiley available?
Actually, Wiley's sick right now, so yeah, he's actually at home in bed, unfortunately. So I'm sort of running the show here tonight.
Okay.
So.
I'm John McNelly, chef de cuisine at WD50. I run a kitchen of 9 people, and I expect excellence, dedication, and perfection every day. We do a lot of things that surprise people. Our philosophy on food is that it has to be whimsical, innovative, and experimental. WD50 is an experience. It's more than just dinner. It's almost like theater.
Yeah, you are actually going to be making everything bagel ice cream with trout threads, crispy cream cheese, and pickled onions.
Excellent.
It's an ice cream bagel. It's got a smoked trout sort of shard circle that is totally bizarre.
Because at WD50, we like to mess around with things. So.
I'm tasting this ice cream and it literally tastes like a bagel. It is delicious. Would you have any tips for us cooking it?
The ice cream is pretty simple, but these right here, really hard to make. They take a long time, so get going immediately.
John's advice is that one person should work on the trout threads because they take a long time. You need to cook them a few different ways and stir them constantly.
This is your recipe and your shopping list, so you can get out of here and get going.
Okay.
I'm definitely excited by cooking this dish. You know, to be able to be given that recipe and then create the food, it's an honor, and I just hope that we can do it justice.
So basically everything that you need is right here.
Okay.
Make sure everything is here. Make sure you double check your list. You don't want to forget anything.
Okay, thank you so much.
Good luck.
All right, ocean trout. There it is.
We're sitting on the train and a girl leans over to us and says, oh, no, this train doesn't go to Tribeca.
Should we change trains or should we just go out and get a cab down there?
Suddenly, the subway plan is not so clever.
Are you guys going that way? Okay, we'll follow you.
Maybe we should have just jumped in a taxi and we'd probably be there by now.
Thank you. Right, where are we going? On this platform.
The restaurant that Alana and I are going to is Coton. It's in Tribeca. We've wasted about 20 minutes in the wrong train and we have no idea where the other teams are. They could have already been to their restaurants. They could be already cooking it right now.
Closing doors, please.
We've changed trains because apparently on the weekends it doesn't go all the way through to Franklin Street. It stops at 14th Street, so we had to change. This one is actually, looks like it's express through to Chambers.
I'm getting really concerned because it's taking quite a bit longer than I first thought the subway would.
We've been waiting about 10 minutes and David Chang finally comes over to greet us.
Welcome to Marpesh. How you doing, Michael?
He's very much straight down to business, which is actually great for us.
We're here to try your steak frite dish if you chose it.
Yes, let's go on the back.
Thank you, chef.
I am David Chang. I'm the chef owner of Ma Pesh and the Momofuku restaurants here in New York City. Our food philosophy here is to try to make something always delicious and something that's of value to the customer. The biggest mistake an amateur cook can make is lack of organization. Mise en place means everything in its place in French. It is the foundation of everything, and it is the lifeblood of any kitchen. And if you don't have that, you don't have a good dish. Our restaurant here, it's it's a little bit of everything, but at the heart of it, it's our take on a French bistro. So we gave you the classic staple of steak frite, our interpretation of it at this restaurant, and a side dish of some local vegetables that we wanted you to try. What we strive for is try to make something look simple, but deceivingly complex.
There are so many elements that have to go into these 2 plates, and I'm a bit worried that we're actually not going to have the time to do it.
To help you out with your organization, that's a recipe of what needs to be done. It's all about execution, and I cannot emphasize mise en place. Make sure you don't get lost, and the timing of it has to be right.
David's hammering us with the fact that this dish, and I think any of his dishes, are all about setup and getting ready to cook the dish. It's all about the organisation. There's a lot of little steps to do.
Please, guys, I would love for you guys to taste our version of steak frite.
Love to taste it. Thank you.
Tasting David Chang's dish, it's incredible. The steak is cooked perfectly and just melts in your mouth with this amazing crust on it. So these are made of rice.
Crispy. No, rice.
Rice. It's rice, all rice.
Okay, so the chips are not potato, they're rice. I probably should have guessed that.
I would also tell you that the rice fries, you got to get that cooking right away. Right?
I just think the complexity, the levels that we're going to have to do is going to be enormous. And, for 2 amateur cooks to cook a David Chang dish, it's going to be hard.
Mike, when I was in the MasterChef kitchen, I tasted your dish and it was a bit disappointing. I would be very, very irritated if you came to New York City and you made our dish taste disappointing as well. So don't let us down.
David's got me worried. I can't let him down tonight. I have to do him proud.
These dishes are going to be complicated, so we're going to need maximum time. We'd better get going.
Can you put the boot for us, mate?
We have our recipe, we have all our ingredients from WD50. We need now to go back to the Four Seasons restaurant. Hopefully, we have enough time to actually pull this dish off.
Four Seasons and 52nd Street and 57.
Four Seasons, 52nd Street. East 52nd?
There's a couple of them,
Oh, there's a couple of them, is there?
I think we should just maybe head towards East 52nd.
Yeah,
that's what we heard.
Yeah, we'll head there first, and then if it's not there,
we'll go to East 57.
So I'll immediately get onto that, and you can get onto the ice cream.
Yeah, I'll do this at the same time.
It must be up here. Can you see it, Danny?
Right here. Great.
Perfect.
Four Seasons.
Four Seasons, this is us.
All right, let's go.
Oh, well done.
Love it.
First one's in the kitchen.
Oh, we are?
Yes, are we first? Sick.
Right, guys, you're the first ones in the kitchen. You got 2 hours and 5 minutes to produce your dish.
Where are you working over here?
I'm gonna work here.
Yeah.
To our surprise, we are the first ones back. There's no one else there, which is awesome. We have an advantage already. The first thing we do is start cooking. Hayden is going to be working on the trout threads and I'm going to be working on the bagel ice cream.
I'm so happy that we're the first team back.
We have to work really fast. That was the one word of advice. We need to get this happening really quickly or else it's just not going to work. The first thing I need to do is make the ice cream. I need to infuse that bagel flavour into the milk. It should be plenty of time for the ice cream to set firmly in the freezer.
The last someone, if anyone's gets out.
As soon as the train finally stops, Alana and I bolt.
We have to run like Olympic sprinters trying to get down the platform, up the stairs, and out on the street.
Hey, where are we? Right, what numbers are we looking for?
Small Street.
And then we realised we're just at some random little corner in some random little street. We have no idea where the restaurant is.
Are you from this area at all?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Right. Surely somebody's going to know where West Broadway is.
You don't happen to know where's West Broadway? That way? So how do we get, just if we go straight down there? Right there? Quick!
So we're in yet another pickle. We've wasted so much time and we still don't know where Corton is.
Going this way or that 11, way? So we need to go back up that way. Okay.
Alana and I are cooking the dessert for the ultimate dinner party tonight, and we finally found Tribeca.
Flights are never going to change.
Now all we have to do is find our restaurant, Corton.
Yep, let's go this way.
We're like, where is it? It's only 2:39.
Yep. So it must be just
Hang on, it must be just here. Excuse me, do you know where 2:39 is?
Looking for Corton restaurant?
Corton restaurant.
It's probably on the other side.
Oh, we just passed it. It's right.
Really? Yes. Thank
It's
you.
right down here. I just saw it.
Yeah? Okay, awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We're on the right street, we're at the right location, the restaurant's in front of us.
Oh no, we're going to go to the service entrance.
Oh.
Go to the service entry.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Is it around the corner and around the back?
I'm just freaking out.
What's it? This one, this one, this one. Oh, let's go. Hi. We're just after Chef Paul.
We've just charged into a Michelin star restaurant. I don't think anyone gets to do this, and we're about to get a recipe off one of the top chefs in New York.
My name is Paul Liebrandt. I'm the chef owner of Corton in New York. We opened Corton in October of '08, and we were very fortunate to gain 2 Michelin stars in our first year of operation. We live and die by the reputation in this restaurant. The style that we do is contemporary French. For me, it's very important to stimulate the emotion of the sense of taste, the smell, the sight, the sound, and the feeling of the composition that we put in front of you.
Hi, I'm Alana.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you. Hi, I'm Ellie.
Paul, how are you?
Good.
Good.
Paul, would you please give us your dessert recipe? We hear it's amazing and we want to win tonight, and we know that your recipe will give us that.
It's for the gold bar.
Yes,
We're definitely going to win.
Sure.
Yes.
Definitely want to win.
Okay then.
Oh, yes. Awesome,
It is gold.
thank you. Thank you.
If I was a Michelin star chef, I think I would be a little concerned handing over one of your recipes to some amateur cooks from Australia.
Pastry. Gold bar.
Oh, that looks gorgeous.
This is what you shall be making.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Look at the glaze.
That is
Look
so
at the
shiny.
thinness of the dentille.
When that dish comes out and Paul puts it in front of us, I don't know about Alana, but I'm pretty scared. I don't know how we're going to do this. Oh my God. We're going to cook this.
The dessert is absolutely delicious. I've never tasted anything like it in my life.
Pressé is this bit right here. You see the base?
Yeah. Mhm.
Caramel is the next part. You see this little layer of caramel right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, pressé, caramel,
Yep.
that's your base. Glaçage goes over the top.
So the gold bar.
The cremeux of the gold bar
Yeah.
is this, right there.
That's
the
okay. It's in the
core
middle.
of it. And then you have the dentille, which is right here, okay? Look at the thinness. It should be cracked like a piece of sugar.
Yep.
Okay?
Fantastic.
Do not stuff it up.
There is not going to be any room for mistakes tonight. It has to be 100% perfect.
For this challenge, Danny and I are cooking the everything bagel ice cream, which is a signature dish from WD-50. We're quite shocked, you know. We didn't expect to be the first ones in the kitchen. It's a great advantage.
Hayden,
George.
how'd you go, man?
Good, mate. Yeah, it was a bit of an adventure. The dish we've got today is the everything bagel, trout threads and crispy cream cheese.
It sounds extraordinary.
They've taken the idea of the traditional, you know, bagel cream cheese and just flipped it on its head. The bagel's actually made of ice cream. The trout is sort of cooked down until it sort of becomes this fibrous thread and then beautifully presented on the plate. John stressed to us that the trout takes a long time. It's something that you can't take a shortcut with. You know, it's cooked 4 different ways. It's cured, it's poached, it's fried off in a frying pan, then finally it's smoked. So there's no shortcuts here and it's got to be done just right.
Good luck.
Thanks, George.
Here we go, each 52nd. Yeah, beautiful.
This is a race. The quicker we get to the Four Seasons restaurant, the more time we get to cook.
Oh, well done.
Oh, second team in, 1 hour and 48 minutes to go.
Yes. Hey, Hayden. Hey, Danny.
Hey guys. Running into the kitchen, Hayden and Danny already there, just furiously cooking.
How long have you been here?
20 minutes.
Oh.
We've got an hour and 48 minutes left to cook our dishes, and if we work hard, we might get there.
Michael,
Gary.
How did you go?
Good, good. We went to Marpesh, David Chang's restaurant.
Oh, lovely.
In Midtown. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
We had his steak frites, which are very different to the normal steak frites.
Yeah, I bet they are.
They're actually rice chips. So they're made from rice.
Okay.
And then we also were serving a side salad, a spicy carrot salad.
Yeah.
And a asparagus with chili hollandaise.
Can you do it? Is that enough time to cook your dish?
Look, David said it was achievable in 90 minutes, so I've got a little bit extra on that, which is good.
All right, Kate, feeling good? Get it done in time?
I'm feeling good. We're definitely going to get it done in time.
Okay, crack on.
Thank you, Gary.
The amount of elements we've got to cook today is a big worry, just getting all of it done. David, hammered on about making sure our mise en place is perfect. That said, there's about 8 different things we have to organise before we can even start plating it up, so we've got a lot to do.
I'm feeling quite in control, you know.
Eating.
The ice cream's on. The fish is poaching for its first cook session. The other team's only just arrived. Ellie and Alana are nowhere to be seen, so, we've had a really good head start and we've got to make the most of that.
I'm feeling confident. I mean, we've got 2 people working on one dish and we've already sorted it into the different elements, so it's just a matter of getting in there and getting it done.
The traffic is insane. It is... I don't think we're ever going to get through it. Why are there so many cars in New York? I know that New York is busy, but where are all these people going? There's people everywhere, there's cars everywhere. Where's everyone going? Get out of my way!
Oh, there it is, Four Seasons. Awesome. I can see it. All right, let's go. See you across the street.
We finally get here and we're just so excited to get in there, start cooking.
You go to the kitchen? What kitchen are you going?
Yes, we're going to the kitchen.
We're going to the Four Seasons restaurant.
It's Four Seasons restaurant.
It's a 14 hotel. If you're looking for 14 restaurant, it's a 52nd and...
That's what we asked for, 52nd.
99 East 52nd Street.
That's...
Oh my God, we are in the wrong location.
Where is it?
5 blocks.
How did this happen?
99 East 52nd Street.
Got to get back in a cab again, fight traffic again, and start cooking.
Our challenge tonight is huge. We're cooking an ultimate dinner party for 8 guests.
Set yourself a time. How long are you going to do per steak?
We're cooking in pairs. One team's cooking entree, one team's cooking main, one team's cooking dessert.
Where's Ellie and Alana?
The pair that impresses the least will be joining Billy and Sun tomorrow in an elimination challenge.
Hayden and I are cooking the everything bagel from WD50. It's nothing like an ordinary bagel. It's actually a bagel-infused ice cream with trout threads that are like fairy floss. I think it's going to make a really good impression as an entree for this ultimate dinner party. My everything bagel ice cream is churning. It's nearly at the consistency that I need for it to be pipeable. Once it's there, I'm going to pipe it into these little molds, put them in the freezer for them to harden and plate them up. It feels good knowing that we've had a really good head start. We've worked hard to be the first ones back into the kitchen. We've really just started off on the right foot in this challenge.
Tonight, Kate and I are cooking steak frites. David Chang's version of steak frites. Pretty cool spin on it. Rice instead of actual potato chips. And we're using hanger steak, which is a cut of steak I've never used before.
Getting perfect steaks out of the hanger cut, it's tough. There's a huge bit of sinew running down the middle of it, and it's a very labour-intensive process to get them off.
This dish is all about timing, getting everything done in time. There's a lot of different elements, and just keeping on top of all the different elements is going to be the hardest thing.
Let's go, driver. Go, 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 go. Come on, please, quick, 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 quick.
Ellie and I are both quite stressed at the moment. We've had so many stuff-ups.
I don't even know how much time we've chewed into our 3.5 hours. If we have an hour left, we can do it.
We can do it.
We can do it.
Oh, tick-tock, tick-tock, where have you been? You're the last in. You've now all got 1 hour and 25 minutes to go.
Hayden and Danny are already there. Kate and Michael are already there. It looks like they've been cooking for a while. I can't believe we've wasted so much time. We really need to move quickly, otherwise we're not going to get anything ready.
We can do it. Ellie's starting on the base, I'm starting on the caramel.
We're off to a good start.
We can just knock those two over. We're on a roll.
Right, girls, where have you been? What happened?
Horton
Yes.
restaurant. The dish is a chocolate bar. This is Paul Lebrun. So it is
Okay.
quite complicated, and he said that we had to win and we, you know, had to make him proud.
So, a lot of pressure.
Yes, there is a lot of pressure, and we have a lot to do.
Can you do it? Have you got enough time?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, the ultimate dinner party. Some of the best chefs in the country being cooked for by our contestants. Now, the first to arrive were Danny and Hayden, so they've got plenty of time to prep their dish. How do you think they're going?
I think they're going really well. You know, it's a WD-50 dish, a little bagel ice cream. They're getting that in the fridge, so fantastic. That's good timing.
Kate and Michael were second to arrive in the kitchen. They went to Mapesh, which is David Chang's restaurant, and they're making a steak frit. Michael's been stuffing around with this hanger steak for ages. They're going to be really behind the 8 ball if they don't hurry up. Ellie and Alana, last team in, really, really late.
Dessert, they should have been the first ones in the kitchen.
Yeah, I don't know if they got enough time to do this dish.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1 hour to go in the ultimate dinner party here in New York City.
I think we've actually got to step on it faster.
Now the meat's sous vide, I've got to get onto the carrots, clean them off and get them roasting for our chili carrot side.
I reckon I should just wash these. What do you reckon? It's going to be so much quicker just to wash them.
Although the recipe says to peel the carrots, I'm actually just going to scrub mine.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
But Kate, they're going to take all night. It's going to take me 25 minutes to peel them. We don't have time. Still got to do the crab.
There's a lot to do and not enough time to do it.
Michael, really got to work on that sauce, because that's more important than the crab.
Kate's working on her things, but I'm a bit behind on mine, and it's getting pretty tense in our end of the kitchen.
Okay, what do you reckon about that?
Yep, that's fine. That's fine.
you know.
Yep, get that in the freezer for a couple of minutes because I need to put this on straight away.
Okay.
There are 5 elements to this dessert. I'm working on the cremeux at the moment. We're going to be really pressed for time because it needs to be pretty much almost frozen before we even think about putting the glaçage on.
I've probably been here stirring for at least half an hour, I think. It's, you know, a long process. You want the trout to be sort of light and thread-like, so it's getting there. It's getting nice and light, and yeah, I just got to keep stirring, I suppose.
That's looking really good.
Yeah, it's coming along.
Everything's kind of ready. I don't know really what else I can do.
Now that the ice cream is in the freezer setting, there isn't a whole lot that I can actually do.
We want to set up maybe a service area for when we have to plate.
It seems a tad ridiculous that Michael and I are going at full pelt. And all I can hear is Danny asking Hayden, is there anything I can do? And I'm thinking, what?
What are you guys cooking? Dessert. What are you cooking?
What are you doing, Danny? Do you not have anything to do?
Nah. Really?
How can Danny possibly have nothing to do? Like, go back onto your own side. Go and annoy somebody else.
All right, well, I'm just going to go and clean my plates. Or I actually know they're already done.
Guys, you have 45 minutes to the ultimate dinner party. We have seen the guest list. Oh my God. Guys, you have 45 minutes to the ultimate dinner party.
28.
It's the ultimate dinner party challenge. The 6 of us are divided into teams to cook 1 course each from a Michelin star recipe for 8 unknown guests.
The dish that Alana and I are cooking is the dessert course. It's a gold bar and it comes from Paul Lebrant's restaurant, Corton. Alana and I are the last to get here, so that means that we're really far behind. There are 5 elements to this dish. There's the pressé, which is the crumb on the bottom, and then the caramel, and then the gold bar cremeux, then the glaçage sits on top of that, and the cocoa dentille sits on the either side of the gold bar. Okay, I'm gonna get started on the last bit. I will be doing the cocoa dentille, and Alana will do the glaçage. Am I just putting it straight on here? Yes. The dentille is not hidden under any layer. It's right there in your face.
But then it should be cracked like a piece of sugar.
Yep.
Okay?
It has to be really, really thin because you want it to snap. So that's going to be really tricky.
Danny, how you going?
Hi, Matt.
Look at you, you're all organised.
We are actually organised. I think the fact that we got here with just over 2 hours was really beneficial to us.
WD-50, pretty tricky food.
I know. The ice cream has turned out pretty well. I'm happy with the flavours. Hayden's still working on the trout threads, and it is time-consuming working down that fish. I think it's going to be one of those dishes where we've got a bit of rest now, but as soon as we're ready to plate up, it's going to be a bit of an
and it's chaos.
The plating of this dish is really delicate, and it's going to be time-consuming. So the last 20 minutes are going to be quite stressful, unlike now, which is kind of a little bit breezy.
Pretty confident?
Look, I'm confident at the moment, but you know how these things can turn around.
How are the steaks going?
They still need another 15 minutes.
Kate and I have to cook our steaks and our frites, which are our rice chips. The best thing about sous videing something is that the cooking's actually already done now, and the next step, rest it and searing it.
Right, so that's out.
We have to make a steak sauce. We then have to cook some spicy carrot. We have to cook our asparagus with a chili hollandaise, and we also have to cook and clean a crab.
I'm actually really worried about time. We have a lot of elements in our dish, and I'm not sure if they're all going to get done, to be honest. We're feeling really under the pump.
This dish is so much more complicated than what I initially thought it would be. It's not so much the fact that each process is technically difficult, it's just that there are so many processes that we have to go through in such a limited amount of time.
Kate, Michael, how are you going?
Yeah,
good, Matt. How are you?
Matt, how about you?
Yeah, I'm all right.
That's good.
Struggling a little bit?
Yeah, we're under time pressure, big
Are
time.
You know what? The essence of the dish is the steak frites, yeah?
Yep.
So if there's anything that you have to make sure that you've got done,
That plate.
is that component, yeah?
Sure.
Yeah? Have you got time to do the other stuff? Well, then you continue on doing that, yeah?
Yep, okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Good on
Thank you,
guys.
Chef.
Danny,
Yes.
let's think about time. This probably needs 2 minutes to cool, and then 10 minutes in the smoker.
The trout has taken a long time to get to the consistency that we were looking for. So with only about 20 minutes to go, Hayden really needs to start smoking the trout, or else we're just going to run out of time. So that needs to smoke for 10 minutes, yeah?
Yeah.
Looks very cool.
When I go to spread the dentille onto the tray, it's really lumpy and it's just not spreading at all well. I think I should roll it out. It's not working. When I roll the mixture out, it's not paper thin, but it's the best thing that I can do. I can't get it any thinner.
Oh, that needs to get in the oven.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Hayden and Danny look as though they're in a good place. The question is, though, whether or not they can get it all together, and it's the presentation.
Actually getting it on the plate, that could be their issue.
That's difficult.
Michael and Kate, they're struggling with the vegetables. I just saw the hanger steak. It looks good. As long as they get that right, they get the other main component of the frites, you know, they've got a dish.
Alana and Ellie, they had the biggest disadvantage. They came in last, but they are working like a couple of demons and catching up. Can they pull it together in the last few minutes? We'll just have to wait and see.
Time will tell.
What happened with the smoker?
Oh, it's all right.
It needs to keep smoking.
The fish had 5 minutes of smoking and it tastes about right for me, so, you know, I don't want to waste any more time on this. I think we're done.
Are these going to be done, the chips?
I don't know.
Go, just get them done.
I've got 3 pans going with the chips in them. If this takes as long as what it looks like it's going to take, we are going to be cutting it so fine to get those chips on the plate.
Cut into 1 inch by 4 inch pieces.
Come on, guys, you've got to push yourselves. This bit is the most important. You've got less than 10 minutes to go.
We've got to portion everything, put the glaçage on, the dentils and the gold leaf in 10 minutes. We're pushed for time.
Hey, how much chili jam in the hollandaise? 60?
Yeah, 60 grams.
Looking around the room and looking at the way the other teams are working, you know, they're hectic, they're rushing. Danny and I, you know, we've been lucky enough to have that extra time to get organised and make sure that that final plating is right.
Okay, other way. No, I need that spot.
You should be plating up with precision because you've got 5 minutes to go.
Yep. Work at it.
Good. There's hardly any time left, but we just need to sort of take a breath because this is the most delicate stage of the whole operation.
This is actual gold leaf made of real gold.
I need to get the sauces onto the plate.
I think from me, even more than Kate, I really want to impress David Chang and I really want to do his dish justice. And I'm starting to realise that we might not get all those elements up.
I'm just going to tidy it
Chips,
up.
can you just check those chips?
Final little touches, 30 seconds, come on. That's it, guys, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it, your time's up. Well done.
Well done,
Brilliant
guys.
job.
Great job.
Yeah, well done.
Oh my God.
After all the dramas.
I can't believe that we finished this incredible dessert.
They look beautiful.
They do look beautiful.
They look really beautiful. This looks really good. I really think that John from WD50 would be impressed if he saw our plates.
I think we've done enough to win here today. We've done really well.
The crab. You can get the crab.
Looking down at the dishes, it's glaringly obvious that we're missing the crab over the asparagus.
At this stage, I'm actually just hoping we're not at the bottom.
There's never a point in this competition where you want to be the least impressive dish and end up in an elimination. But that's a very real possibility for us right now.
We've just finished cooking for the ultimate dinner party here in New York. We're about to find out who we've actually cooked for.
Gentlemen. Oh my God, John. He knows exactly what this dish is meant to look like. He knows how it tastes. I just hope that it's going to impress him.
David Chang is at the table. That's not so good for us.
There's Paula Brandt. Just a little bit of pressure.
Welcome to the ultimate dinner party. Joining us tonight on the judging panel, Julia Nicolini, who runs and owns this fantastic restaurant here, the Four Seasons. John Bignelli from WD50. David Chang from Momofuku Mapesh. And Paul Librand from Coton.
I'm more scared of Paul Brandt than anyone else at that table because this is his recipe.
Well, gentlemen, I'm getting hungry. I think we should get the first dish in, which will be the entree from WD50, Danny and Hayden. Thanks, guys.
You've got to come out with a bang with the entree. It's got to be spectacular. It's got to taste good. Is something that's really going to do that.
Danny?
Yes.
You had the most amount of time.
Yes.
How did you go?
Look, I think we did really well. We worked quickly and we even had a bit of spare time, which was very unusual.
What was the hardest part?
I think probably the hardest part was getting that fish right. You know, that it's a real textural component and it's got to be pretty spot on.
Do you think you got it right?
Yeah, I think we got it pretty close to how John has it in the restaurant.
Truth time. We're going to taste. We'll see you soon.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Leaving the room after putting down the plates in front of all those amazing chefs, it's very, very scary. We just have to wait now and see how we sort of weigh up against the other two courses.
Let's taste.
Johnny is smiling.
They really managed to pull it off pretty well.
I thought the bagel ice cream was absolutely
Spot on.
smashed.
Yeah, really good.
And when you eat it, it tastes like a bagel.
The bagel was flavor-wise delicious. Onions were great. But I think the trout could have been a little smokier. It's a difficult thing because smoke attaches itself to water, and when you're making furikake, you're taking all the liquid out. So it needs to spend a decent amount of time under smoke.
David, you've had this dish a number of times. What do you reckon?
And I do remember it being lighter.
Yeah.
It's not as dry.
There's some mirin and some soy sauce that also go into that, and I didn't really pick up those flavors that well. If it's not there, you're just eating dried fish, and it changes everything.
Okay, let's get the next course in.
Presenting our dishes to the judges, part of me is definitely scared of David Chang. We've just cooked his dish and we haven't quite finished it. Disappointing him twice would be pretty awful.
Michael, you struggled a little bit on this dish?
Yeah, there's a lot to do, and I'm really happy that Kate and I got almost everything on the plate, with the exception of some crab on the asparagus, which is pretty obvious that's missing.
Michael, as I said to you earlier, you know, the hero of this dish is the steak and the frites, and they look fantastic. David?
They did an admirable job because they're not professional cooks. And even a professional cook, if this is their first day on the job, it would be tough to get it all down.
Don't be too hard on yourself. It's first time, so well done.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to taste. Off you go.
Thank you, guys.
I'm a bit of a perfectionist by nature, and so to have not cooked to the standard that I know I can, I'm not happy with that.
Why don't we taste and see how they've done?
David, positives and negatives?
The biggest thing is they have the flavors down. They had 3 sauces to make, hollandaise, a chili jam, the steak sauce. The flavors are all there.
I'm so thrilled that the steak's cooked beautifully. It's not overcooked and it's seasoned really well.
If you look around at everyone's plate, you know, the steak is all cooked identical.
Yeah.
It's all the same thickness. You know, it's very consistent.
The rice fries, I thought that was going to be the difficult challenge for them. But again, for the first time to just get it onto a plate and to make it taste good, I think that is definitely a success. In terms of the negatives, I think that everything could have looked just a bit cleaner and sexier.
Considering the flavor of the dish itself, presentation will be much more attractive. Yeah. I think you really have a very big hit.
Even though it's just a pile of carrots, you can make a pile of carrots look a little bit better.
You know, I have to ask the table, did anyone really miss the crab salad on the asparagus?
Right, main course over. Time to get the dessert.
Yeah.
Seeing Paul's reaction, it's almost surprised, which is a nice feeling because I think that we've done well.
Wow, what a challenge.
When I immediately saw that, I thought there's no way that I'd be able to do that. But we did it, so I'm really proud of what we did.
Girls, you've worked really hard, but now it's time for us to taste. Thank you.
There's a lot riding on this dish. Yesterday, I wanted a media pin, and I don't want to give it away yet.
Right, let's taste.
Paul, what are you thinking?
I think they did a bloody good job.
Yeah.
The texture's great. The balance is not too sweet, very rich, but also very balanced. It's nice.
Yeah. I like it a lot. I like the presentation. I like the taste. And I'm impressed, totally impressed.
What I'd like to know is how close that is to what you serve in the restaurant.
I'd say it's a good 85% there.
Wow.
would the dentille be that thick?
No, it'd be much thinner. Thinner, more precise with the actual cutting of it, yeah.
When they walked into the kitchen and Gary and I greeted them, we looked at each other and there's just no way they're going to get anything up. So to see this on a plate is absolutely spectacular.
They work brilliantly. They work like a couple of machines. It's good stuff. We said it was the ultimate dinner challenge, and I think for them, you know, when we looked at their faces when they walked in and saw who the guests were, they were terrified. But I think they did a good job.
They weren't simple dishes. There was so much technique in every dish.
I think most of us agreed we've got a standout winner. The difficulty will lie in the decision of who is the bottom dish of the day.
It's a tough one.
It's a tough one.
We asked you to cater the ultimate dinner party, and the question is, did you deliver? Oh my goodness, didn't you? That was fantastic. The four of us felt very proud to sit at that table with these luminaries of the New York culinary scene and see what you put up and how well you did.
After so many team losses, this is my time to win one. You know, New York City, it's the one I've been waiting for. I really hope we've done it today.
The pair that cooked the best dish tonight will be rewarded with one of New York's best food experiences. Lunch with one of America's leading chefs, the 3 Michelin star Daniel Boulou. You'll be enjoying 4 courses at his restaurant, as well as getting a private masterclass. And even the guys around the table said that that was a brilliant reward.
I would love to feel confident that we're going to win, but I have no idea. It's absolutely anybody's game at this point.
On the other side of the coin, for the losing pair, you'll be facing elimination with Billy and Sun. And from there, of course, someone is going to be going home.
I feel that my time in New York has been fantastic. I've learnt so much, I've seen so much, and I feel like I've cooked well until this point, and I don't want it to end like this.
We are all standing here just absolutely flabbergasted that our amateur cooks from down under came here to the Big Apple and showed the Americans that we can cook. Orange team, let's talk about your entree. We're so excited that you got into the kitchen first. That meant you had lots of time to get organised, and that's what you did. And what you presented was absolutely beautiful. Danny, that bagel ice cream was bang on. Johnny thought the flavour was absolutely perfect. Well done.
This week has not been very good for me. So I was worried that the flavour might not be exactly like how he serves it, but it is, so that's awesome.
Orange team, that was one negative, and that was the trout and thread. Really technically hard thing to do. They were a little bit dry, and they missed the smokiness and some of the seasoning from the soy and the mirin.
The instructions were to be very light with the soy and the mirin, but obviously I was too light-handed. So yeah, definitely next time it will be, you know, a bit more taste and trial and error. This dish is ideally made up of 2 real hero elements, and if your bagel ice cream is great and the trout is not so good, it's not going to come together as a whole dish.
Michael and Kate, you were cooking steak frit from David Chang's Mapesh. You had a lot of components to fit in a really short space of time. But you know what? You did it. We're proud of you guys. But you look a bit flat. Why is that?
I just feel a bit like I didn't do David's dish justice, not finishing it off.
But do you think you nailed the hero parts of the dish? The steak and the frit?
I think we did. I think we nailed those bits, but the sides were what were presented to us as well, and I'm not sure that we nailed it with those.
Have you done enough to win, do you think?
Not sure.
Honestly, I don't know that we did. I kind of feel like I've lost. I feel that I didn't complete the dish, and yeah, I'm not feeling great about hearing this judgment.
Well, some feedback from David. In his words, you had the flavours down. So that meant, I think, thumbs up. The steak was spot on all of our plates.
Good job.
This is one of the heroes of the dish, and Michael has obviously done an awesome job of that part. So it's really good to hear something positive when he's kind of half expecting we'd just be slammed.
Unfortunately, there are negatives. You started kind of a bit slow, and then in the end, you were rushing, and I think your presentation suffered a little bit.
Me and Kate really cooked as hard as we could tonight, and to have this feeling that we haven't quite got there and that, you know, we haven't done enough, it's really hard to take.
Yellow team, you had dessert. You had to cook Paul Librand's gold bar from Corton. And how well done. To watch your little smiley faces when you brought out those plates, like brimming with pride, was fabulous.
I think this is probably the biggest moment that I've had this whole competition. We're standing in front of all of you and giving you a dish that I was really proud of. So that was huge for me.
You were right to be proud, because when Paul tasted your dish, his phrase was, "That's bloody good." He described it as being 85% of the dish his team would cook in his restaurant. Now that is unbelievably good.
We're just two little amateur cooks from Brisbane, and we've just cooked a Michelin star recipe to 85% on our first go. Wow, that's insane.
You worked hard and you did a brilliant job to get what is a very, very difficult dessert. But the dentelle biscuit wasn't thin, lacy and crisp enough like you would get at Corton.
The only negative in our dish was that the dentelle wasn't thin enough, which is my fault if we lose.
This challenge has been tough. It's been really hard work, there's no doubt about it. But there was one standout clear winner. And the winning pair for the ultimate dinner party challenge is... the yellow team!
I can't believe Team Dessert won! After everything that went wrong. I love New York. New York!
There's no doubt that the chocolate dessert stood out, and not just because it was chocolate. Agreement was around the table unanimously that you had nailed Corton's dish. Absolutely fabulous, so you deserve the win.
I think there's something in the water here that just agrees with me. I can't believe this entire week. It's been unbelievable. I think we should just finish the rest of the competition in New York.
For you two now, you've got a date in your diary with Daniel Boulou. Congratulations, we'll see you later.
And now to the tough part of the evening, and doubly tough because both of your chefs really appreciated what you'd done with their recipes. The differences came down to tiny little features, tiny little elements that you could have done better.
I think Kate and I will be the bottom pair. I'm certain. We didn't do enough. We didn't get our dish done.
Green team, you're safe.
What? Congratulations, guys. Oh, my God.
I almost had a heart attack. Honestly, I was so convinced that Kate and I had lost. I'd convinced myself. I didn't give us any hope.
It was fantastic, so well done. You look absolutely...
shocked.
Shocked and relieved? Oh. Kate, you thought you were...
I was pretty sure we were in the elimination, yeah. But, yeah, there was a lot in it, and just happy that it got us over the line.
Oh, the relief. Feels good. Feels really good.
Kate, Michael, you've survived New York. You're one step closer to that final week. Well done.
Thank you, guys.
Well done, guys.
It's frustrating that we are in the elimination even though we cooked a great dish, but I think this is where the competition is heading. It's going to be a matter of really slight things from now on.
Guys, you haven't lost today, huh? You know, it was a stellar performance in the kitchen, and if we were judging you on just your performance in the kitchen, you would have won clearly. But it came down to little things that, you know, just weren't right, and it was about that trout. That's all there was.
Danny did so well with that bagel, and to have the trout be the sort of the thing that's dragging it down it never feels good.
You don't need to look so devastated. Elimination. You guys are going to have the chance to put yourselves back on the MasterChef map. Hayden, what are you going to show me tomorrow?
Like I do every week when I lose a team challenge, I suppose, that I can get through it and cook my ass off. This isn't the end of Hayden. No way.
I have a lot of faith in both of you, and we'll see you tomorrow in Elimination. See you later, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Tomorrow night on MasterChef Australia.
Somebody's fate's about to be decided.
Danny, Billy, Sun and Hayden head to Harlem for an elimination challenge. Cooking for the original soul food family.
The main ingredient in all of our dishes here is love.
These four need to recreate the classics without recipes for the family that set the benchmark.
Was that salt?
Have you tasted it?
Yeah.
But just when they need to hold it together, the pressure is getting to them.
I think we're all starting to freak out.
And they seem to have forgotten that main ingredient.
No, mine can't go in. There's only 3 fryers.
Well, you have to work faster.
Well, what is this? Come on, guys.
You all just need to settle down. This is meant to be soul food.
This is probably the most knives out moment I've ever experienced in MasterChef.